So today we are going to look at how to use the ZipGrade app on your mobile device in order to set up an answer key to get stuff grading. So first thing we want to do is open up the ZipGrade app. So you're going to first want to go to quizzes and make sure that you're logged in. If you're not logged in, none of this is going to work. So make sure you log in first. Then you want to go to quizzes, and then you're going to want to click on the button up here, the add new quiz. So first thing we need to do is make sure that the quiz has a name. We'll go ahead and leave it as that since it's just kind of a sample key or a sample quiz anyway. Then you need to select which answer sheet that you want to use. So this is going to be basically what sheet are you going to hand out to the students for them to fill out their answers and to turn into you. So whether it's a 2050 or 100 question form. So we'll just stick with the 20. Then you can add classes in there. This is completely optional. You have to set this up before you can start using classes. So if you have classes set up, you can go ahead and click whatever classes are going to be taking it. But again, that's a totally optional thing to do. You can leave that blank and everything will work out just fine. And then tags, if you want to be able to go through and find stuff easily, again, that's an optional feature. The only things that are required is to name your quiz, which the app automatically does. Make sure you select which answer sheet you're going to use and the date. So when you got all that ready, you're going to hit OK. And then you need to edit the key before you can start doing anything. So we're going to hit Edit Key. Now there's two ways to do this. One, you can go through by simply clicking on the answer bubbles. So maybe you think number 1 needs to be A, 2 needs to be B, so on and so forth. You can change the point values here. So if you click on the question and then the point, we can make this, let's say, worth 2 points. We'll save that. And go back, and now question number 1 is worth 2 points. The much easier way to do this is to instead scan for key. So what you're going to do is, I have already filled out, as you can maybe see by here, this answer key. I'm trying to get it to work without actually scanning over everything. So let's say this is our sample setup. So A, the answer is going to, or number 1, the answer is going to be A, 2 is B, C, so on and so forth. So what you're going to do, anytime you scan something, you can see that there are these black squares in the corner of the answer sheets, and that's going to be the case for all of them. And you can see that there are these 4 white squares, or lighter squares, on your camera. So what you need to do is you need to hold the sheet the correct distance away so that those squares are all there, and then boom, it's automatically logged that which answers go with which questions. And so if you look and you see that maybe you missed something because maybe there was a smudge mark or something like that, you can. I've honestly never seen ZipGrade mess up with scan before. If you do need to do that though, just hit the redo button. Otherwise you can click use. Then point value for correct answers, so that's probably going to be 1. If you want it to be more, you can change it here, then save it there. And then it's going to, anytime you do that, it will completely override whatever you have here. So remember, initially I had made 1 worth 1 point, so if I need to, I can go back, change that back to 2 points, and we're good to go. And so from there, that's going to be set up. But if you want multiple keys, we'll click on which key we have there, hit add new key, and you get 2 different options here. You have provide answers and map questions. Provide answers is going to be much simpler because all you have to do is simply just scan in your second key like we did with the first one. Just make sure that on the bottom of the test version you have, whether it's test version A, B, C, or D bubbled in. The downside to provide answers is that you don't get the item analysis that you would. So let's say you have 2 keys and 20 students. 10 students are going to be taking each key. but the only ones that you're going to get a really solid item analysis for are going to be those 10 students taking key A. If you map questions, that's going to be a little more work, but it's going to be more useful in the long run. So we'll go ahead and map questions. So on the left, you can see all the question options. These are all going to be for the current key that we're on, so for B. So here you can pick and choose between what questions things need to be. So if number 1 on key B is the same as number 3 on key number 1, we're going to scroll to number 3 and we'll hit save. Let's say maybe 2 on key B is the same as 1 on key 1, or key A, and then 3 on B is the same as 2 on A. So you would just go through and just simply scroll through and select the proper number, and then that's it, you're done. It's good to go. And then your quiz is entirely set up.